A car circled your street 4 times at 11:11 p.m. on July 21st. Inside was someone wearing gloves with a hidden camera. The night was thick with silence, heavy with secrets that pressed against your skin like a second shadow. You felt it, didn't you? A prickle that made you pause, your gaze darting to the window, your heart skipping a beat. The street lamp flickered, its light stuttering like a coded warning. That car wasn't lost, not a neighbor on a late errand. Its engine purred low, deliberate, tires gliding over the asphalt like a predator stalking its prey. The driver sat motionless, hands wrapped in black leather gloves, eyes hidden behind tinted glass. That camera, concealed in the car's shadows, wasn't just recording, it was hunting, its lens locked on your home, your life, your essence. They were there for you, their mission as sharp as the darkness that cloaked them. Your spirit stirred that night. Maybe your dog paced, ears twitching at a sound too faint to name. Maybe your phone glitched, a text vanishing before you could read it. That wasn't your imagination, it was your intuition igniting, a divine signal pulsing through your soul. Those gloves weren't for warmth, they were to leave no trace, no fingerprints, no evidence of their presence. The camera wasn't a phone or a cheap recorder, it was professional, sophisticated, designed to capture every flicker of your porch light, every shadow behind your curtains. They weren't just watching, they were stealing, collecting fragments of your world to twist, to control, to use against you in ways you can't yet see. This wasn't random. Those 4 loops were no mistake. They were a ritual, each pass more calculated than the last. The first circle mapped your street at the curve of your driveway, the angle of your front door, the way your windows glowed in the dark. The second timed your rhythm when your lights dimmed, when you moved away from the blinds. The third confirmed their target, locking you in their sights. And the fourth? That was the harvest, the moment they took what they came for, a glimpse of your life, frozen in their lens, sent to someone waiting in the shadows. Someone who knows your name. Someone who's been watching you longer than you realize, their gaze sharp with envy, their intentions veiled in secrecy. You're on the edge of something powerful, aren't you? A shift in your life, a spark of destiny catching fire. Doors are creaking open, opportunities whispering your name, your energy glowing brighter than ever. But not everyone celebrates when your star begins to shine. Some lurk in the dark, their jealousy a blade honed by your success. They don't confront you directly, they send others, proxies cloaked in shadows. A car in the night, a figure in gloves, a camera to steal what they can't touch. This wasn't about curiosity, it was about power, a desperate attempt to dim your light before it blinds them. But they underestimated you, your strength, your divine protection that surrounds you like an unbreakable shield. The driver wasn't alone. Someone gave the order, handed him the tools, set the stage for this silent invasion. That someone is closer than you think, and not a stranger from another city, but someone in your orbit, maybe even your circle. They've smiled at you, asked about your day with a curiosity that felt too sharp, lingered on details that didn't matter. Their questions weren't innocent, they were probes, gathering pieces of your life to feed a larger scheme. The car was just the beginning, the camera just a tool. The real force hides behind a familiar face, a friend, a coworker, a neighbor, or a whispering your name in secret, plotting in silence, their motives cloaked in false warmth. your spirit knew before your mind did. At 11:11 p.m., when that car made its first pass, a spiritual alarm sounded. Your guardians, those unseen forces that walk with you, snapped to attention, their presence thickening the air around your home. The street lamp's flicker wasn't a faulty wire, it was divine resistance, a signal of pushback. The sudden breeze that brushed your window wasn't random, it was a whisper from the heavens, reminding you that you're not alone. Your home is more than bricks and glass, it's a sanctuary, a fortress guarded by a light no camera can capture, no lens can comprehend. The car was dark black or charcoal, melting into the night. Its plates were obscured, not by chance but by design, a deliberate act to erase their trail. The driver's gloves were sleek, black leather, gripping the wheel with a steadiness that betrayed their experience. This wasn't their first mission. They've circled other streets, watched other lives, their hands steady, their purpose clear. But this time, they chose the wrong target. They aimed their lens at someone whose path is sealed, whose purpose is protected, whose light cannot be dimmed. And that's why their plan is already unraveling, their footage tainted, their intentions exposed to the divine. That camera wasn't a phone or a cheap recorder, it was sophisticated, wireless, streaming live to someone waiting, watching your every move in real time. They weren't just storing footage, they were broadcasting it, feeding it to someone who's been tracking you for weeks, maybe months. They know your routines, the coffee shop you visit every Tuesday, the route you take to work, the friend you call when life feels heavy. They've been studying you, mapping your life, waiting for the perfect moment. And July 21st, at 11:11 p.m., was their memento, or so they thought. They didn't know they were stepping into a spiritual battlefield where light always triumphs over darkness. You felt it, didn't you? The unease that settled in your chest, the way your dreams that night were too vivid, too urgent. Maybe you saw headlights cutting through fog, a faceless figure watching from a distance, or a door that wouldn't lock. Maybe a voice whispered, soft but commanding, urging you to wake up. Those weren't dreams, they were warnings, your spirit tuning into the truth. The moment that car circled your street, a ripple spread through the spiritual realm, alerting your angels. They took their positions by your door, at your windows, around your home, forming a shield no technology can penetrate, no plan can breach. The driver didn't step out. They didn't need to. Their gloves ensured no fingerprints, no trace of their presence. But they weren't invisibly not to the divine. Every move they made was seen, recorded in a ledger no device can touch. Their camera may have captured your silhouette, but it couldn't capture your power, your light, your purpose. They thought they were in control, but they were wrong. The moment they pointed that lens at your home, they invited a backlash they couldn't foresee, a spiritual force that turned their weapon against them, rendering their footage useless. Someone in your life is tied to this, someone you've spoken to recently, maybe even trusted. They've asked about your schedule, your plans, your home, questions that felt casual but carried a hidden weight. That was no coincidence, it was a setup, a carefully laid trap. They're not alone, they're part of a chain, a network of whispers and motives. The driver was just a tool, the camera just a weapon. The real force hides behind someone you know, someone who's been watching your eyes with envy, their smile masking a deeper agenda. They've been feeding information to the one who gave the order, building a map of your life piece by piece. You've been predictable, haven't you? The same morning coffee, the same evening walk, the same places you visit week after week. They've been watching, noting every detail, every habit. But that changes now. Switch your routines, take a different route, leave it a new time. Your unpredictability is your shield, your power. Let them scramble to keep up, let them wonder where you are. Because the moment they lose sight of you, their plan cracks, their intentions unravel, and the truth begins to surface like light breaking through a storm. Those 4 loops were a message not from the driver, but from the one who sent them. They're afraid of you, not of who you are now, but of who you're becoming. Your light is growing, your path unfolding, your energy radiating. And that terrifies them. They see your peace, your progress, your potential, and it burns them. So they sent a car, a camera, a gloved figure to dim your shine. But they forgot one thing: you're not just a person. You're a force, a divine spark that cannot be contained, a light that cannot be extinguished. The footage they took is already compromised. The images are blurry, the audio static, the files corrupted. Every time they try to access it, something fails, the screen freezes, the sound crackles, the data slips away. They don't understand why, but you do. It's not a glitch, it's divine intervention. The moment they aim that camera at your home, they cross the spiritual line, triggering a backlash they can't control. Their lens may have seen your window, but it couldn't see the angel standing guard, the shield around your life, the power that flows through you. There's a place you go regularly: a store, a park, a friend's house. It's been compromised, not in a way you can see, but in a way you feel. Someone there is watching, maybe a worker, maybe a stranger who's always in the background, their presence too consistent to be random. They've been feeding information to someone else, building a map of your life, tracking your movements. But you're not trapped, not a target. You're a warrior, and this is your moment to rise. Change your patterns, keep them guessing, and watch their plan crumble under the weight of their own mistakes. The driver wore a ring on the right hand, a silver band, maybe etched with the symbol, a detail you'll recognize when you see it again. The car had a mark, a scratch on the door, a faded sticker on the bumper, a faint glow from the dashboard. You might have noticed it that night, or you'll see it soon. The universe will show you, not because you're searching, but because it wants you to know. The signs are there, waiting for you to connect them, each one a thread in the tapestry of truth unfolding around you. Someone will reach out soon, maybe within 48 hours. A text, a call, a conversation that feels off, their words heavy, their questions too pointed. Trust your gut, it's never wrong. They're not alone, they're linked to someone in the shadows, someone who gave the order, who thought they could outsmart the divine. But they can't. The car, the gloves, the camera, they're all part of a plan that's already failing, a scheme that's unraveling with every passing moment. You're not defenseless. The moment that car circled your street at 11:11 p.m. on July 21st, a spiritual fortress rose around you. Your home is a sanctuary, guarded by forces stronger than any lens, any technology. The driver felt tighter, that's why they didn't linger, didn't step out. Something stopped them, a chill they couldn't explain, a weight that pressed against their chest. Your dreams have been vivid, haven't they? Headlights piercing the dark, doors that won't lock, eyes watching from afar. Those were warnings, your spirit preparing you for this moment, tuning your senses to the truth. The person who sent that car is nervous now. They didn't expect you to know this, thought you'd dismiss it as paranoia, a trick of the mind. But your intuition is too sharp, your spirit too awake. You felt the shift when that car made its first loop, and that shift has changed everything. Their footage is useless, their plan crumbling. They feel the backlash of sleepless nights, uneasy glances, a sense that something is watching them now. They thought they could steal your light, but they only exposed their own darkness, their own fear. There's a woman in your life, too curious, asking about your routines, your home, your plans. Her smile is warm, but her eyes are sharp, her questions probing deeper than they should. She's not alone either. There's a man behind her, staying out of sight, pulling the strings. He's the one who sent the car, who thought they could control the narrative. But the narrative is yours, written by the divine, sealed by a power no camera can capture. Their footage is tainted, their lens marked. Every attempt to use it fails. Blurred images, crackling audio, files that won't open. That's not technology failing, that's heaven intervening, scrambling their plans. Someone you trusted is connected to this, someone who shared details about you, maybe innocently, maybe not. Now they're pulling back, acting strange, avoiding your gaze. Watch for the guilt in their silence, the shift in their energy, the way they dodge specifics. The universe is revealing them, one clue at a time. A message is coming, maybe a text you overlooked, a conversation that feels off, a stranger asking for directions near your home. It's not random, it's a piece of the puzzle, a sign leading you to the truth. You're being watched because you're rising. Your light is a threat, your peace a challenge, your progress a fire they can't extinguish. They sent a car, a camera, a gloved figure to stop you, to dim your shine. But they forgot you're not just a persona, you're a force, a divine spark that cannot be contained. Your home is sacred, your path protected, your destiny unstoppable. No circling car, no hidden lens can change that. Their plan is flawed, their footage meaningless, a snapshot of a moment against the eternal power of your light. But let's go deeper. The car's 4 loops weren't just a physical act, they were a spiritual challenge, a test of your awareness. Each pass was a dare, a taunt from the shadows, asking if you'd notice, if you'd respond. And you did. That unease you felt wasn't fear, it was power, your spirit rising to meet the moment. The driver didn't know they were stepping into sacred territory, a space guarded not just by angels but by the very essence of your purpose. The camera they used was meant to capture your vulnerability, but instead, it recorded their own. Every frame they took is a testament to their failure, a mirror reflecting their own darkness back at them. The person who sent that car has a history. This wasn't their first attempt to control, to manipulate, to dim someone's light. They've done this before, targeting others whose paths threatened their own. But you're different. Your light is stronger, your purpose clearer, your protection unbreakable. That's why they're so desperate, why they resorted to such a calculated move. They see you rising, and it's not just your success that scares them up, it's the ripple effect of your light, the way it inspires others, the way it shifts the energy around you. They want to stop that ripple before it becomes a wave. The gloves the driver wore weren't just practical, they were symbolic, a shield for their guilt. Every time they gripped the wheel, they were hiding not just their fingerprints but their intentions, their fear of being seen. But the divine sees everything. The moment they drove onto your street, their actions were marked, their motives exposed. The camera they used was meant to be their power, but it became their weakness. The footage they thought they captured is already turning against them, glitching in ways they can't explain, distorting in ways they can't control. The universe is rewriting their story, and you're at the center of it. There's a pattern to this, a rhythm you're starting to recognize. The way certain people in your life have been acting, too curious, too quick to ask about your plans, too eager to know where you'll be. They're not just nosy, they're informants, feeding details to the one who sent that car. Maybe it's the coworker who always seems to linger near your desk, asking questions that feel too personal. Maybe it's the neighbor who watches your comings and goings a little too closely. Maybe it's the friend who's been distant lately, their texts short, their tone off. These are not coincidences, they're clues, breadcrumbs leading you to the truth. The car's presence was a signal, but it wasn't the only one. You've been noticing other signs, haven't you? The way a light flickers when you walk into a room, the way your pet reacts to something you can't see, the way a stranger's glance lingers too long. These are messages, your spirit picking up on the subtle shifts in your environment. The universe is speaking to you, guiding you, urging you to pay attention. That car wasn't just a vehicle, it was a warning, a call to sharpen your senses, to step into your power. The driver's ring, that silver band on the right hand, is more than a detail, it's a marker, a sign you'll recognize when the time is right. Maybe it's engraved with a symbol, maybe it catches the light in a way that feels familiar. The car itself had its own markers, a scratch on the door, a faded sticker on the bumper, a faint hum from the engine that wasn't quite right. These details are etched in your mind, even if you don't realize it yet. The universe will bring them back to you, not because you're looking, but because it's time for you to see. There's a place in your life that's been compromised, a location you visit often, maybe your local store, a park where you walk, a friend's house where you feel at ease. But that ease is an illusion. Someone there is watching, their presence subtle but consistent. They've been noting your habits, reporting back to the one who sent that car. This isn't paranoia, it's perception, your spirit picking up on the truth. You've felt the way the energy shifts when you enter that place, the way someone's eyes follow you a little too closely. Trust that feeling. It's your divine compass, guiding you away from danger and toward clarity. The person who sent that car is feeling the pressure now. They didn't expect you to notice, didn't think you'd feel the shift at 11:11 p.m. on July 21st. They thought they could slip in and out, their mission unseen, their camera unnoticed. But your spirit is too strong, your light too bright. They're restless now, their sleep disturbed by dreams they can't explain, their hands unsteady with the fear they can't name. They thought they were hunting you, but they're the ones being hunted by the truth, by the divine, by the consequences of their actions. The woman in your life, the one who's been too curious, is a key piece of this puzzle. Her questions about your schedule, your home, your plans, so they weren't casual. They were deliberate, each one a thread in a web designed to trap you. She's not working alone yet. There's a man behind her, someone who stays in the shadows, someone who gave the order for that car to circle your street. He's the architect of this plan, the one who thought they could outmaneuver the divine. But they can't. The footage they took is already turning against them, the images blurred, the audio distorted, the files corrupted by a force they can't comprehend. Someone you trusted as part of this, someone who shared details about you, maybe without realizing the weight of their words. Now they're acting strange, pulling back, avoiding your eyes. Watch for the guilt in their silence, the way they hesitate when you ask questions, the shift in their energy. The universe is revealing them, peeling back the layers of their deception. A message is coming, and maybe a text that feels out of place, a conversation that raises your guard, a stranger who lingers near your home. These are not random, they're signs, guiding you to the truth. You're being watched because you're rising, you're like a beacon that draws attention, both good and bad. Your peace is a challenge, your progress a threat, your potential a fire they can't extinguish. They sent a car, a camera, a gloved figure to stop you, to dim your shine. But they forgot you're not just a persona, you're a force, a divine spark that cannot be contained. Your home is sacred, your path protected, your destiny unstoppable. No circling car, no hidden lens can change that. Their plan is flawed, their footage a fleeting shadow against the eternal power of your light. But this goes beyond the car, beyond the camera. This is a spiritual awakening, a call to step fully into your power. The 4 loops were a challenge, a test of your resilience, your awareness. And you passed. You felt the shift, noticed the signs, trusted your intuition. That's why they're scared, because you're not just reacting, you're responding, with a strength they didn't anticipate. The driver may have circled your street, but they couldn't circle your spirit. The camera may have recorded your silhouette, but it couldn't capture your essence. The person who sent that car has a deeper motive, one they haven't fully revealed. It's not just about watching you, it's about control, about stopping the momentum of your rise. They see the changes in your life, via the opportunities, the connections, the light that's growing brighter every day. And they can't stand it. Their envy is a fire that consumes them, driving them to desperate measures. The car was just one move in a larger game, but it's a game they're losing. Every step they take leaves a trace, every plan they make unravels, every image they capture fades into static. The gloves, the camera, the car, they're all symbols of their fear. They hide their hands because they know their actions are wrong. They use the camera because they can't face you directly. They circle in the dark because they can't stand in your light. But you're not hiding. You're standing tall, your spirit awake, your purpose clear. The divine is with you, surrounding you, guiding you. The moment that car entered your street, angels took their positions, their presence a shield that no technology can pierce. There's a rhythm to this, a pattern you're starting to see. The way certain conversations feel off, the way someone's smile doesn't reach their eyes, the way a place you love feels different now. These are not random, they're messages, your spirit picking up on the subtle shifts in your world. The car was a wake-up call, a reminder to stay sharp, to trust your instincts. You've been dreaming of it, haven't you? The headlights, the shadows, the sense of being followed. Those dreams are your spirit's way of preparing you, of showing you what's at stake. The driver's ring, that silver band, is a clue you will recognize soon. Maybe it's a symbol you've seen before, maybe it's a detail that feels familiar. The car's scratch, its faded sticker, its strange humidor, all markers, signs the universe will bring back to you. You don't need to search for them, they'll find you, because the truth always does. The person who sent that car is already regretting it, their confidence crumbling under the weight of their own actions. They feel the backlash of the sleepless nights, the uneasy glances, the sense that something is watching them now. The woman asking too many questions, the man in the shadows, the friend who's been acting strange, they're all part of this web. But the web is fraying, its threads snapping under the pressure of divine justice. The footage they took is their undoing, a trap they set for themselves. Every time they try to use it, it fails, blurred, distorted, corrupted by a force they can't name. That force is the divine, the light that surrounds you, the power that protects you. Tonight, speak protection over your space. Say it aloud, claim your home as a fortress, your life as a light. Burn a candle, sage your rooms, or sit in silence and feel the divine presence. It's there, stronger than ever. The driver may have circled 4 times, but your power is infinite, your light boundless. Someone close to you knows more. They've seen the car, heard its engine, felt its presence. They'll speak soon, and when they do, the truth will unfold, the puzzle will complete. You're not a victim, you're a warrior. This isn't about fear, it's about awareness, about stepping into your power. The car, the gloves, the camera, they're signs you're on the verge of something extraordinary, something they can't control. Walk with purpose, speak with authority, live with intention. Their footage is a fleeting shadow, your power is eternal. The person who sent that car regrets it. They feel the weight, the restless nights, the shaking hands, the sense that something is watching them now. Their camera is their downfall, their footage their trap. The divine is ensuring justice, and it's coming swiftly. Your life is a story written by the heavens, a tapestry woven with purpose, guarded by angels. No gloved hand, no hidden lens, no circling car can rewrite it. You are chosen, your path sacred, your light untouchable. The car circled 4 times at 11:11 p.m. on July 21st, but your destiny is beyond their reach, a flame that burns brighter with every attempt to dim it. Step into your power, embrace your light, and know that the divine is with you, always. Blessings and support as you carry this message forward, let it ignite your spirit and sharpen your awareness. If this spoke to your soul, please like this video to share its light, comment with your thoughts to connect with this community, and subscribe to stay aligned with more divine guidance. If you feel called to support this channel's mission, you can express your gratitude through Super Thanks, with contributions of up to $50. Your support keeps this light shining. Walk in your power, stay protected, and know that the divine is always guarding your path.